Hello everybody, Symbiotic here to continue my playthrough of Vergil's Downfall. I've messed with the microphone some, so I'm trying to test how the quality is. I don't know, this mic makes my voice seem a little quieter, but also it doesn't make the ungodly loud button clacks as apparent, because GameCube controllers, as we know, are very loud when you clack on them. And I'm wanting to reduce that. Oh, fuck. I just thought of something to try. Oh, well, that's not it. Alright, try again. I'm just experimenting with combos for this Vergil. Experimenting to see how things function because I'm genuinely curious. I'm not used to playing this Vergil, as we've all seen. So, the thing I meant to continue on about a long time ago, as in part 2, a long time for you, not for me, this is like 30 minutes after that. Anyways, thing I meant to continue on. If this Vergil were playable in the main game, that would make the game so much more fun to me. Because I think this Vergil just plays more interestingly than Reboot Dante. Because Reboot Dante, he doesn't feel very, I don't know, good. I mean, I know it's not entirely him to blame, because like his moves are effective and they look flashy enough. It's just I feel like this Vergil plays better than that Dante. So imagine if there were some sort of mode where we could play as this Vergil through the main story. We wouldn't even have to really use the cutscenes. We wouldn't even have to make new cutscenes. You could just use Dante's cutscenes. And I would be so satisfied with that. Because, like, you guys will get to see. I feel like I'm better with this Vergil than I am with uh, than this Dante. Just because this Vergil, you know. Okay. I am getting. Do wish the definitive edition were on PC. That way, I could fucking lock on to enemies. That is a huge problem with this game in general. The fact that it doesn't have a lock-on system. Because like, what game doesn't have a lock-on? That's just basic fucking or what character action game doesn't have a lock on? That's just basic fucking common sense to know. Because you know, if you have a lock on button, you can focus your attacks on a certain enemy, make things so much more effective. Speaking of which, I just figured out how to make my air combos more effective. If you couldn't tell, I spent like the couple minutes between this video and the previous one just experimenting with what makes this Vergil, or what I can do to make this Vergil more effective. One of which is not let these guys get in their ragey state for too long. Because that ragey state, big no-no for me. So yeah. That was a surprisingly ineffective thing. I thought he would destroy me. That's why I just gave up and was going to tank the hit. Because dodging in this game feels so unnatural to me, just with what I'm used to. I don't mean to be too negative on this game, because I actually do really enjoy it. It's just, like, this was actually what got me into the Devil May Cry series. I played this before I played any of the main games. Which most people that sounds awful, but I actually really enjoyed this. And I thought it was awesome. It's just, I didn't realize how much more awesome the main series is. So, I don't know, it's kind of, I mean, it's great, don't get me wrong. I still love aspects of this game. It's just some things I feel like they could have fleshed out a little better. Like, the fact that there's no lock on just seems a little redonk to me. These guys, they're pretty much the frickin' fallen angels, or not fallen angels, but just the fallen from the main game, or from DMC3, and I hate the fallen because they are so rough to fight. Oh, another thing I noticed, that move, that right there, is actually part of Vergil's second air combo in the main game, where he does the spins and then hits them back down. That is a thing. I just I just get excited when I know stuff like that. It's just one of my quirks, I've always, ever since I was younger, I was like, if I'd noticed something new in a game, I was like, holy shit, that's fucking cool as hell. Why isn't other people noticing this with me? And I don't know, that's just how I be. I just take more interest in stuff sometimes. Really small things, small details just make me happy. Which I mean, I've always been easy to please, and that's makes me pretty easy to get along with. I'm generally one of the calmest people I know, not to sound too arrogant. Well, I say calm, and then there's the videos I record with other people. In general, I'm not very, I'm not very picky. I'm pretty accepting of anyone's views or beliefs. I don't view anyone else as inferior to myself. I don't know where this rant came from. Fully honest. Don't know how this conversation topic started, but it has, so welcome to the conversation. Honestly, though, a lot of conversations with me are like, how did that start? I don't know. I find commentary to be the best when you're in that delirious tired state and you don't fully know what's going on or why you do any of the things you do. Wow, that was almost very bad for me. I always forget that Killer Bee's a move. It's basically Vergil's Starfall from the main series, which is something he could always do with uh, Beowulf. Also, I just thought of a new combo to try, but I can't try it on these guys. I think I can. Let's see. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. Well, that would have worked. Alright. Shit. Okay, you. Yes, that does work. Sometimes I just, in the middle of doing something else, I'll experiment with new combos just to see if it works. Because sometimes I find really cool things to do. Like that. Well. Okay, so. Ooh boy. More of these guys. See what I'm talking about? How the game's idea of difficult is just throwing hordes of these at you. And it's like they're not even the hardest of enemies to fight. It's just that they're fucking relentless. And, fucking relentless enemies scare the shit out of me, so naturally it makes me panic and not handle the situation as well as I, in theory, could. So yeah, I'm deciding, since I'm so low health, it might be a good idea if I keep my distance. Which is another thing Vergil's amazing at, is just keeping your distance if you're in danger. Because, I was very much in danger there. But luckily, I had so many abilities with my summon swords that I was okay. Where the fuck am I? Can't be afraid to ask where the fuck you are. Sometimes it's the most important question. And obviously the answer still is, I don't know. Oh, hey, look at that. Like, obviously, I still don't fully know where I'm going. I've just played the first mission so many times because I was in preparation for this playthrough because I was actually pretty pumped to do this. I'm still pretty pumped. In fact, I'm thinking about doing a DMC3 Vergil playthrough after this because, also still celebrating the fact that Vergil's going to officially be in 5. Because there is a really awesome mod that puts Vergil in 5, which I still think is absolutely fantastic that people were able to do. But, like, it's more satisfying when official, there's officially, uh, it's still satisfying when something you really wanted in a game becomes official. Because, like, yeah, mods are awesome, and I love modding communities because of the shit they make. It's, a majority of the time super impressive, but sometimes you just really want, like, you really want the actual company to be like, yeah, we still care about this game. So when they finally listen to fans after a really long ass time and add, the one character people were highly requesting, it feels good. Ah, dude, that might have been the best combo I've done to one of these one of these guys. Hmm. And yes, I'm doing very pro gamer moves and just strafing the shit out of them. Because these guys be dangerous. I messed up my combo. Oof, oof, uh-oh. See, what kind of game design is it to just throw this one type of enemy at you? Relentless. Okay. Like it's not good game design to just throw this one enemy at you because they're mildly difficult at a point. Because as you've seen, I've gotten pretty good at dealing with those guys. In fact, these guys I'm fighting now give me more trouble. And that's bad when your cannon fodder gives the player more trouble than an enemy that's supposed to be unique and difficult. Because that unique and difficult enemy is just so overused that it's like, wow, haven't seen this 50,000 times just 3 seconds ago. That said, my ass is getting absolutely destroyed, but still. This game is definitely very beautiful to look at. I'm super glad I was able to get it on PC. Because, it's really nice to be able to play a pretty looking game on PC so I can share it with all of you. Oof. Hella murdered. Alright. We'll continue anyway. Damn, I really didn't think I would have to use a continue on this playthrough. Ah well. So, I believe this is the only fully unique boss in Vergil's Downfall. The rest of, or the only other boss that's in it is technically copy and paste from the main story. Or at least the only other boss I can think of. Because if you haven't played the main story, well, you might not want to be listening for a second. But in the main story, the final battle is against Vergil, because they couldn't resist having that classic fight, which is, pretty fair because it's an awesome fight to have. Motherfucking. It's a pretty cool fight to have. But basically, for this, they were like, that Vergil fight was pretty well made. Let's do it again. So we end up having this fight against another Vergil. So it's kind of like in DMC3 when you fight Vergil as Vergil, but it's I'd say he has like 2, 3 maybe new attacks compared to the original. I'm starting to lose my train of thought again, trying to focus. So there's that. Oh, I keep trying to do perfect evades, not because I'm trying to get a stylish ranking or anything. I keep trying to spam perfect evade because I was playing the shit out of Bayonetta earlier today, where if you perfect evade, you get slow down time. So I keep expecting time to slow down and it doesn't, and it's a little sad. Not gonna lie, little depresso espresso about that. This is another thing that's like this boss only has a couple moves, and they're not. I mean, I died to them, so I can't really say that. But I was gonna say they're not the hardest to dodge. They're very predictable as moves. It's just that, you know, I'm bad at games, especially games I'm like normally good at. Oh, well, look at that. I killed him. Okay, I was going to talk about basically he's going to throw those lava coral reefs at you, and you just hippity hoppity out of the way of those. He'll charge at you. That's the easiest one to dodge. You can sidestep or you can just jump over him, and then he'll do that vortex thing and start doing his normal charges. But that vortex thing, you just kind of keep your distance. You'll be fine. Look at me giving boss strats. Anyways, we'll do our upgrades. Get us, how much is that? I cannot see that. That is too much. I'm getting this. Now we are going to, uh, we'll focus on other things for now. Rising Star, I used that a pretty good amount. Uh, I do like that this game lets you very easily choose, like, reallocate your moveset. Very nice. We're gonna level up that. And I think we'll get Blistering Swords again. God, I remember playing like classic Vergil after getting used to this. Vergil's inputs was super weird for like how you do Blistering and Storm Swords. Because like in the original game, it was hold forward and after doing Spiral Swords, hold Y or hold back and do that. But now it's B and Y and or forward and then B and Y. It's like that's a little odd, but whatever. So this has been part I think 4. Next time we take on the boss I just spoiled for you. I'll see you guys then.